so now you have a starter. What do? Maybe you got one from me, maybe you got one from somebody else, but you have a starter. I keep mine in a big pickle jar because sometimes I want to make a bunch for pour over pizza crust or whatever. I typically will keep, you don't have to measure, I keep just the scrapings, which is maybe 30 to 100 grams, and then I feed it a lot more. I have a long video on why and how to, why I feed my starter this way, how to do it, but it's a long video, so if you're curious about the why I do it, watch it. If not, this is just how to do it. So I take my starter. This one has a lot more in it than I would typically use. This probably has like 3 to 400 grams. But you only need about 100 grams. Then I'm going to add 200 grams water. I'm gonna go ahead and stir it, okay? Your jar does not have to be clean. Typically, I use this kind of jar to feed my starter in, but like I said, lately I've wanted a little bit extra, so I put it in here. I'm just gonna stir it, kind of get it loose off the sides so it doesn't stick. And then once that's done, I'm going to use 200 grams of flour. Now, I'm using fresh milled flour. You are probably not. I highly recommend looking into fresh milled, but if you're just starting, just use regular flour. It can be any flour, bread flour, all-purpose flour. I would definitely get organic and not bleached. Your water also should be filtered water. Filtered water, bottled water, just you can't have chlorine in it or you will kill your starter. Okay, that's it. I fed it 200 grams water, 200 grams flour, and I stirred. I really like doing it by weight instead of measurement. I can put it below, but basically you want more flour than water. And when it's done, I'll show you the inside really quick. For fresh milled, it's a little bit thicker than pancake batter. For not fresh milled flour, it's anywhere from pancake batter consistency to just a little bit thicker. Now, if you want yours runnier, you can do it runnier. If you want it cakier or flakier or whatever, you can do it. Basically, you can't mess it up. Now, obviously, if it's too runny, then maybe that would be bad, but it's super easy. I have found that there are a ton of different ways to do all of it. It's very flexible to what your schedule is. If we are friends in real life, shoot me a message. If you have a different schedule or you don't think it will work, message me and I'll help you try to figure it out. But I think everybody can do it. Put the rubber band. You can see this is where I typically feed it to, and then it should double. So I'm gonna move my rubber band roughly to here. Now, this is where I said you have options. You can sit this on the counter 4 to 6 hours and it should double. You can go ahead and use it. So sometimes people will feed it at night, use it in the morning. Sometimes you can feed it first thing in the morning, 4 to 6 hours, around lunchtime, feed it again, and then use it in the afternoon. Or what I typically do is I feed it right when I'm making a loaf of bread. I put it in the fridge and it will sit there for a couple of days. And after a couple of days, it will double and I'll use it when I'm ready. So super easy, super flexible. You do not have to use it when it's peaked. A lot of people will say as soon as it's peaked, use it. That is when it's active, most best, whatever, but it doesn't matter. You can use it when it's flat and it'll be a little sour, but not a big deal. One other thing. So I want to show you the consistency of the starter. I was trying to show you in the end. So it's kind of gloopy, sticky, you know, not necessarily runny, which this is just mixed. It will get a little more liquidy, but fairly smooth. You can make it, like I said, a little bit runnier. This is the important part though. Okay, you only have to feed your starter when you want to use it. Okay, I'm guessing you are a new person. You can go months without feeding this guy. Okay, I wouldn't go this much because this is a lot of starter because I'm going to use it tomorrow for pizzas. But you can leave this in a small jar in your fridge. You can leave it there for a couple of months. Okay, it will have liquid on top. It could be black and the liquid is alcohol and it's called hooch. You can stir it in or pour it off, either way, but you almost cannot kill them, okay? If it has pink streaks, that is mold and you must throw it away. But typically, I've never had trouble with that. If it's a new starter, you might have issue with that. But basically, you do not, I put mine in the fridge and I only feed it when I want to use it. You do not need to feed it weekly. You do not need to feed it twice a week. You only feed it when you want to use it. Do not overcomplicate it.